Much has been said of the battle of the sexes, the millennia-old tussle between men and women. The question of equality has long been debated and is ongoing. Is one sex stronger, more capable, and/or smarter than the other? And if so, which one? And does one sex have more rights than the other? Is one more entitled? Nearly 50 years ago, on September 20th, 1973, in the highly publicized Battle of the Sexes tennis match, top women's player Billie Jean King, then age 29, duked it out with Bobby Riggs, 55, a former number 1 ranked men's player. Ms. King defeated the self-proclaimed male chauvinist Bobby "No Broad Can Beat Me" Riggs as an estimated 50 million viewers tuned in to watch, making it the most viewed U.S. tennis match of all time. Women and men continue to compete. The battlefield is often the workplace, fighting for status and equal pay. In politics, we do not yet have equal representation in Congress and have yet to realize a female president of the United States. But in all this turmoil, here's something a little less serious to consider. The real battle of the sexes may ultimately come down to who wins the fight over whether or not the toilet seat should be put down or left up. I know of few things that piss a woman off more than going into the bathroom and finding the latter. On the golf course where I frequently play, a majority of the members are male and of a more senior age. And although they have learned to accommodate female players, it is not unusual for these men to consider it their course. The ladies are not looked upon as equals. The women's golf leagues struggle for equal playtime. And although they are clearly marked, it is not uncommon for men to use women's bathrooms or for women to use men's in order to facilitate getting back on the course quickly without waiting for the appropriate one to open up. A few days ago, needing a break myself, I stopped at one such facility and, upon entering the door marked Women, found the seat of the toilet up. I'd like to say I was surprised, but instead I found myself giggling a bit. Why? Because leaving the seat up is such a guy thing to do, and obviously some gentleman had recently made use of the female side of the facility. That's fine, but he did not leave the room as he found it. Seat up or seat down, it's a question as old as the water closet itself, and you'd think that one side or the other would have given in by now. But no, we haven't. It's a real battle of the sexes. There is not a woman that I know who doesn't get just a little bit peeved when she encounters this not-so-little annoyance. So let's take a look at this age-old dilemma, shall we? From my perspective, it's pretty simple. I think it's just rude to leave the seat up. Seriously, what woman would want to put their hands on a piece of plastic that has probably been whizzed upon by the previous and obviously male customer so it can be put into its useful placement? Just thinking about it makes me go, ooh. And then there's the very real possibility of accidentally falling into the toilet bowl if the seat is left up. I'm thinking middle of the night here. You're half asleep. You just want to do what you need to do and get back to a warm and cozy bed. But no, you slip unexpectedly into a cold, unwelcoming receptacle. There was even a 2009 episode of Fox's Ally McBeal that centered on Ally's getting stuck in such an unfortunate position after accidentally sitting without looking and needing emergency services to get her out. Believe it or not, there have even been scientific studies about this quandary. Seriously, someone actually spent money to fund a study on the topic, which resulted in finding that, quote, there is no longer any need for males and females to argue over the placement of their toilet seat as long as they are concerned with the efficient expenditure of household energy, end quote. Efficient expenditure of energy. Yep, that's interesting. But somehow I don't think that will stop people from squabbling, do you? Perhaps it's simply a matter of courtesy and respect. That's a lot of what the women's movement is about, isn't it? Being respected. And it makes some logical sense for men to put the seat back down after they've put it up to do what they need to do. Leave the seat the way you found it. And it's not like the guys don't use the facilities with the seat down too. Or perhaps it's just fun to debate something as casual as seat up or seat down in a world chock full of noise and upsetting news. Maybe we should all lighten up, take a breath, and, of course, put the seat down.